Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It is me. It is 3:03 p.m. on a Thursday of December 1st. Can you believe it? December 1st already. I mean, just like yesterday or the day before, we were having Thanksgiving, and now it's December 1st. Wow. Something tells me 2017 is going to fly just right on by, just as much as this year did. So that's just crazy, in my opinion. But we'll see. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about something. I was watching something on TV, and then I'll finish what I had started yesterday before I had to go, um, and then I will share something else with you. Um, I was watching TV a second ago, or a little while ago, before I came here, and I was watching a little show. It was a cute show, and there were two hosts on this show, and one of them I just couldn't stand. Never seen him before. Don't know who he is. I couldn't stand because let me explain why I couldn't stand this particular host or co-host. This show had kids on it, young kids, little kids, school-age kids on it, and it was a holiday show. And this guy, whoever he is, I don't even know who he is. It doesn't matter. What did matter to me and what did bother me is the fact that he either seemed like he didn't like being around kids, but tried to do the best he could, or he is just very sarcastic in nature, even around children, or he seemed like he just didn't want to be there. And he was making comments, and my nurse was watching this with me, and she agreed. Um, he was making comments to children that were very sarcastic, kind of rude, and on the same way, were putting them down, it seemed like. And this certain channel is a channel I love to watch every single day. I love the Food Network. I do. I love the Food Network. I watch it every day. Well, not every day, but I haven't watched TV in a while. But when I do watch it, it's what I watch if I'm not watching other things. I'm a huge fan of the Food Network. And I just like how it's not dramatic and, how other shows can be. Um, so I really like that channel, and I always have. I just don't think that this certain person grown up should have been on there. That's my personal opinion, but I I didn't care for the humor he was using. I didn't care that it seemed to myself and the person watching with me that we agreed that he wasn't being funny, although I'm sure he meant to be, that they sounded more of a put down or putting them down more than complimenting. And neither one of us could hardly believe what was coming out of this mouth of this person. These kids didn't understand it, so they weren't catching half of what this guy was saying because they're young. They're not paying attention. They don't know. But if you're an adult, you can catch comments that aren't funny and that are kind of rude. You know the difference, and a child doesn't. And as two adults watching the show, we knew what we were hearing, and it felt like they were being put down. for their creativity with what they were doing and had to do. I personally don't think this person should be on there anymore or ever again, and I hope that they're not. Um, it it was I was very disappointed in that part of the show today. The show itself with the kids was amazing. That part of the show was entertaining. It was cute. Their creations they did were cute and well thought out and very talented children. The other co-host was amazing in how she acted around the children is the way you should be acting around children. But the co-host for what not today is just not somebody I would have picked to be on that kind of show if you're going to have children on that show, in my personal opinion. So, needless to say, I was a little bit surprised and a tiny disappointed that this certain huge network let this person be on the show with children. Um, just strange. That's all. It was off-putting. It was strange. It was, I don't know what. I can't even tell you what it was, but it wasn't what I'm used to seeing with people on a show that have children on there. So hopefully this was just a one-time thing, and yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get down to what I really came here to do. Before I do that, I want to tell you today's gonna be a little harder for me to finish up yesterday's video, only because I'm a little more physically challenged right now than I usually am because of this. Yes. I don't know how I'm going to work with a band-aid on my thumb, but we'll get through it. Um, thank God it's only going to take me a few minutes to finish up yesterday's video because I don't know how I'm going to do the next one. Anyway, the reason I have a band-aid on is if you're curious as to why this is going to be hard for me, I have a nail that broke. Wasn't as bad at first. Now it is. I trimmed it down the best I could, but it's right by the quick of the nail, and I wasn't going to make myself holler and scream and scare everyone on the block. So I trimmed it the best I could, and therefore that's where it's going to stay until it does what it's supposed to do. So I had even had, and I still might, I don't know. They say you're really supposed to give your nails a break when they're having trouble and they're not that healthy. So I may be 4 fingers of Christmas this year instead of 4.5 fingers of Christmas this year instead of 10 um, in the nail polish world. Because if I were to take this off and I caught it on something while filming, I don't want to be screaming bloody murder in your ears. That wouldn't be nice, wouldn't be fun for you, and neither would it be fun for me. And I want to make this fun for both of us. So I'm just gonna keep this grocery looking bag band-aid, that's what it looks like to me, on my thumb until my thumb decides it wants to behave and I can get back to having all 10 fingers available to film objects that I'm trying to do. And I know that probably sounded weird, but take it as you will. I'm tired today, and I'm a little less thumbed at the moment. So, anyway, I'm gonna finish with what I started yesterday, um, and we'll go from there to what else I was gonna do. Mhm. So I'm gonna grab the stuff that I need, and I'll be right with you. You gotta move, precious. Good girl. Again, my furry daughter. Don't you just love your four-legged children? Especially when you're trying to do something and they want your attention all at the same time, and they're at your feet, and you're trying not to run them over because you don't want to hurt them either. I think I'll have to have you excuse me for just a second because I think she wants out. Okay, I'm back. I'm really, really sorry about that, y'all, but apparently she was trying to tell me something that actually needed to be done. So I really had to stop for a second. I didn't have a choice. But at least it didn't take me but a bit. So, and while I did that for a second, I grabbed what I needed for this. Okay, as I was saying yesterday, right before my daughter interrupted me and I had to go, um, first of all, let's talk about dupes. This will be considered probably to some of you all, if you see it in a store, that's why I wanted to talk about dupes. This might turn into a dupe for you. This is from China Glaze, but this is called Ruby Glisten. Now, while it may look like it's ruby pumps, it is not, but it is a China Glaze polish. The reason I say it could be a dupe is because it is very close to ruby pumps. But in one sense, it is a little bit darker than ruby pumps as a red. It's a ruby. It's really, I mean, it's like an actual, like somebody took rubies, the jewel, and crushed them into this bottle and put them in there. Now, yes, ruby pumps is quite brilliant and glittery and shiny and gorgeous itself as well. This is just a little bit, not much, just a little bit um darker than ruby pumps. Just a little bit, not very much, but as far as it looks, as far as it wears, it will be probably considered a dupe to you. So if you have ruby pumps, you may not have to pick ruby glisten up, but if you want to, go right ahead. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. If you want it as much as I did, go right ahead. And I have ruby pumps, so, and I still grabbed this when I saw it. So go right ahead if you want to. But if you think that it's just as equally looking to ruby pumps, then you might not need it in your collection if you don't want it in your collection because you already have ruby pumps, which looks a lot like this. But as you can see, even in the camera, the cam, it's quite dark. This is a dark, and even in person, it's a little bit darker than ruby pumps with its red in itself. Um, it was okay. It went on fine. But after a few days, I noticed that it chipped a little quicker than the other one did. Um, and it's got a lot of pinkish to the red in it. And I'm more of, when I buy a red polish, that's what I want it to look like. Totally red, not reddish pink, red. I want it to be a true red. Even if it's like a ruby color, I want it to be that true ruby red. This, you can all kind of tell that when it's on your nails, to me, it seems like it's a reddish pink color. It's still really nice. It's still beautiful. It really is. It's still beautiful, still pretty. Um, I think with this one, I don't quite remember because it's just a few, like, this is a little bit while ago when I put this on. Um, and I just took it off today. Not this one, but yes, it was this one. I just took this one off today because I had it on for a while and it was starting to chip. So I took it off. And not only that, but I'm getting ready to do my Christmas nails too. So I wanted to get ready to do that. So that's why I removed this. But um, I really, really, really liked it. Okay, the color's magnificent. It's gorgeous. It's everything you'd want in a fancy polish. It's that nice. But it's the pink that you can kind of see the tint in and away with the red that I just didn't care for. Um, and the fact that it seemed to me, that doesn't mean it really was doing that, but to me it seemed like it was chipping quicker than I expected it to. And even with the ruby pumps, this was chipping quicker to me than that one was. So again, this is Ruby Glisten, which could automatically be Ruby Pump's sister polish, but it's from China. No, actually, no, you know what? I'm wrong. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm glad I just caught this. Correction. This is not China Glaze. This is Sinful Colors. I am so glad I looked because I would have been wrong. So, this is Sinful Colors Ruby Glisten, but looks a lot like Ruby Pump's China Glaze. So, whew, glad I caught that right now. So I was able to make that correction real quick, which is good. Um, so yes, I still like it. I mean, it's not a bad polish. There's nothing wrong per se. I just don't think it would have been my first or my real. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but or how to put it. It. I don't know. I saw it on the shelf when I was out somewhere, and it looked amazing and gorgeous, and it is when it's on the nails. But the reddish pink to it, just I didn't it no. Didn't really care for that part. But it is a nice polish. It's not a bad polish. It's a beautiful polish. Um, so if you don't have this one and you have ruby pumps, but you think that they're both look too much alike, you can stay with the one you have and you don't have to grab this one. Or if you liked ruby pumps that much and you want to see if this stands up to it, then go ahead. I mean, that's up to you. That's totally up to you. So anyway, that is that part of it. I am sorry that yesterday I had a little bit of an interruption that derailed me from finishing this part of yesterday's video. So I wanted to make sure, like I said yesterday, that I would come and finish that for you today. Um, so that's that part. Um, so, oh yes, now on to the next thing. Let me put this away real quick. I don't want it to drop or spill and then break. Whew, okay, it made it. Good. Let me just scoot over real quick so we don't have any more oopsies. Let me scoot over a little bit more. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Alrighty. Now, this next thing um, is not going to be a makeup thing per se. Actually, it's not a makeup thing at all. But I actually do have a non-makeup, non-cosmetic, what do you call it? Empties for you. Oh boy. Remember a while back when I was talking to you about the non thing that I had and I showed you that was non-cosmetic and non-makeup related? Well, one of those things is becoming empty now. And that thing is this. Remember this? The water enhancer that my mom had tried at the hospital I was telling you about? So I asked her about it, and I got it. Well, guess who finished it today? That's right, I did. It's completely empty. I made sure there's nothing coming out. It won't even shake, so there's nothing left. There's no product in there. There's no liquid. There's nothing. This one is done. As a matter of fact, I should have had my nurse get rid of it before she left for the day, but that's okay. I'll do it later. So, again, this was a water enhancer from Dasani Waters. It was called Dasani Drops Flavor Enhancer, and it's for water, your water. Water. If you have a water bottle and you want to put this in there, you can put this in there. If you drink from the tap and you want to put this in there, you can put this in there. Um, because that's what it's made for. It's made for water. Um, so this one was orange passion and orange passion fruit. It is 19 fluid ounces and 56 milliliters of product in there of liquid. Um, I guess I had 32 servings of this. It says makes 32 servings. So I guess when I drank this almost every day, or used it almost every day in my water, I used up 32. So, uh-huh. Now, um, there's no calories in this at all. None. There's no calories. There's no fat in this at all. Nothing. There's no calories whatsoever in this. Serving size, though, does say 1/3 of a teaspoon. I kind of squeezed a little more than that, maybe a tablespoon. I couldn't help it. The stuff is so good. If you don't like regular water, but you're thirsty and you want to give your water a kick because you need to drink your water, this is really good. Well, this is really good. And if you drink those Crystal Lights, those are just as good too. But I fell in love with these. You can get these at Walmart. That's the only place I've heard of them seen. My mom has only seen them at Walmart. That doesn't mean that they're not somewhere else. She's just seen them only at Walmart. Um, she didn't say how much they were. I'm sure they're not much at all because it's a really small container. So I'm sure they're not much at all as far as cost. I'm sure they're extremely cheap. Um, so yeah, I would really try these. If you like the flavor of passion fruit, you will love these. You really, 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 I don't know what's wrong with my voice lately. Really, really will love these. The only one I have left now, which is fine by me because I love coconut, is my coconut one. I think the one I have left is coconut, pineapple coconut. So once I run out of these, and it's a good thing I am going to the store this coming week because I'm grabbing me more of these. I'm getting me more of these. And I'll find some good flavors. I'll bring these home and I'm going to use them because these are amazing. I love these things. I almost like these things a little better than Crystal Light. And I used to love Crystal Light. I still like Crystal Light, but I love these. My mom has me, I have to say it, my mom has me addicted to these. Has me addicted to these. Not just liking them or loving them. I am addicted to these things. So if you use these kind of things yourself as well, and you haven't tried Dasani, I would try Dasani. These are amazing. The flavor gives your water an amazing taste. You don't even, it doesn't even feel or taste like you're drinking water. You think you grabbed a juice or something. It doesn't even taste like water once you put this in. So, you know, but it doesn't have juice. It says it contains zero juice. There is no juice concentrate in this thing. There's none at all. But that's odd for it to taste so amazing. So I just, and there's no sugar in it either. Nope. That's what I like. There's no sugar. So there's no sugar. There's no sodium. There's no calories. There's no fat content in this. None. There's zero. So I will be buying these a lot. And if you're a water enhancer kind of person, like I have become, you might want to pick these up if you haven't tried them either. So that was that small empties. um, I still have a few of my pads from my when I take my nail polish off. I still have a little bit of those left. So I can't count that as an empties yet. But I will. I'll get to that point. Um, oh, also, I have tried a candle lately that, oddly enough, I found, this is not the point of this, but I found a candle my cat doesn't like. So I won't have a problem with burning this candle. She doesn't like it. Um, but anyway, this candle I love. I love this candle. It is from Yankee Candles. I believe it's lemon lavender or lemon or lavender lemon or lavender and lemon. Um, again, it's from Yankee Candle. I'm almost done with it, I think. I have to go behind you guys because that's where I keep it. Eh, no, not quite yet. not halfway. So what I'll do is, since I'm not almost finished with it, I'm only halfway. Uh, I'll put that in my next empties when it becomes empty. And I've also decided that's going to be a repurchase. Um, I'm sorry, I'm positioning myself so I don't look funny in the camera to y'all. Um, that is going to be one of my repurchase purchases. I will be repurchasing that one. I have another candle that I was burning for Thanksgiving. I don't know the name of that one, and I don't know if my mom remembers the name of this one. And I also don't remember where it came from either. I don't know if it's a Yankee Candle as well, or if it was a Bath and Body. I don't remember. I think tonight I will look and see if I can see what it is. Um, but it also was a nice smelling candle. That one is not even, it's nowhere near, because I haven't used this one in years, neither one of them in years. And I've had them, wow, in a few years. Um, because the pumpkin one was sitting on top of my, where you put your salt and pepper on top of your stove, away from your stove, up on the edge there. My candle, my pumpkin or whatever spice that or scent that was up there with those. So I hadn't used that in I don't know how long until this Thanksgiving we just had. So I hadn't used it in that long. It's been a couple of years. As well as that lemon and lavender candle, I also have not used in quite a long time. That one I absolutely love. I forgot what it smelled like, and I love it. I absolutely love the scent. So I will find out how much it costs in case you all or are um, interested in getting this particular one. If it sounds interesting to you, or something of a scent you like, or something you'd be wanting to purchase. I will also find out tonight what the other candle is and where it came from. And if I find out where it came from and I can find it online, I will let you know the price of the other one that I have that I really like. So I have decided with both candles, both separate candles, I'm going to repurchase if I can find um, the one I used for Thanksgiving. If I can find that one again, I'm going to use both until they're no more. Um, and then when I do use it up, I'm going to see if I can find both of those still available on the sites wherever they were or wherever they were from. Hopefully they haven't been discontinued because I hope not. I really like those. Um, but I know that I'm almost positive, I'm almost positive I saw something similar to that in Bath and Body when I went on the Bath and Body rampage that I showed you a little while back, right before Thanksgiving. Oh, and speaking of those, I have had a chance to try those sprays, and oh my God, I absolutely love the gingerbread latte one. I absolutely love the Thousand Wishes one. I really like the Pretty and Peach one I got. And I knew I was going to love the Japanese cherry blossom because I have that in a sanitizer. So I knew if I loved it as a sanitizer, I would love it as a body spray or body mist. I knew I was already going to like that, and I do. I love it. So all the ones that I recently purchased or got, I absolutely love, and when they are gone, I will be buying those again as well. Hopefully they'll have them out next year. I don't foresee Japanese cherry blossom being discontinued or retired at any time soon from Bath and Body. If they were at one time, I am so glad they came back. If they were retired at one time, if they weren't, I don't see that particular scent being discontinued anytime soon, if at all, because it's so popular. There was a young lady that I have followed on my Instagram, and she also follows on some of the YouTubes along with some of YouTubers that she knows. And she was telling me, gotta think about it for a second. What? I think she had recently snapped a photo on Instagram because she had purchased a certain scent recently, and it was one that I had heard about from Holly Forrest, her YouTube channel, because she also buys from Bath and Body, and she also loves body sprays and body mist. Well, I had heard about her cherry or black cherry. I want to say it was black cherry Merlot. Um, but please, if that is incorrect, please let me know in the comments below, because I don't want to get that wrong if I'm telling you this, because I'm pretty sure that's what she said, and I'm pretty sure that's what another friend said, and I'm pretty sure that I saw that in Bath and Body when I went not that long ago. So I think I did see that. I think that is what it's called. I'm going to look later today or tonight before I go to bed, um, and see if that's what I saw. But I think that is what it was called. That's one I haven't tried yet, and I've been wanting to try. I almost got it, but that day, but the gingerbread latte caught my eye first, so I grabbed that one and a few others instead. But because I also have my birthday right after Christmas, like just days after Christmas, um, I'm sure I can get that one for my birthday. I'm sure that's no problem. So I'll just tell my family the name of it when I find out, and just tell them that that's the only one, other new one I want to try. As far as myself, it being new to me. I know it's not new, but I know it's new. It would be new to me, and something I'm interested in trying. So I just wanted to come on here and just finish that video for you yesterday. So that first video will be a part one. Today's will be part two, plus a empties and some info, some 411 on the candles I've just mentioned, in case you are interested, because I know there are some YouTubers I know that like candles as well. So I wanted to quickly mention that as well in this video, in case you were wanting to go out and purchase these. And then I also wanted to bring up my one item empty. I think that's clever. I just thought. I think when I do my empties, depending on how many items I have that become an empty, I may call them that a one item or two item empties. I like that. I really like that. I think I can do that. That's clever. I like that. Thank you for giving me that inspiration, Dasani. So anyway, I've still got to do a few other things. So I'm going to take a break for now, and I will see you all later. If I don't get to do another video today, I will certainly be here to do one tomorrow. The reason I didn't do my eyeshadow on today is because I have to look for them. I know they're around, I just got to look for them. And then I will do that tomorrow. So this evening I will spend my time looking for my eyeshadow. I know for a fact I didn't get rid of them. I just can't find them at the moment. So I will look for those tonight. Um, I may have to delay my Christmas nails because of my nail here. So I think what I'll do is I will let this nail heal back to its original healthy state before I do that. So my nails may not be Christmas nails, they may end up being New Year's nails, but either way it's going to look just as nice, I think. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. You take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.